Wait, Rip, were you one of the dudes to take advantage of the blue light district? Come on, dude. See, like, that sounds like some Aris bullshit, man. That sounds like a story that Aris made up, and my name got thrown in there. Rip triggered the prostitute and talking shit, but it turns out she talks shit to everyone. All right, here it is. So, basically, I only saw Aris and n0pants once after the event was over. The entire rest of the time, I was out, right, with like JDCR most of the time. But basically, I was in the chat at the only time I got mentioned. That's wonderful. So let's see what happened. I meet up with Aris and them, and they said like, look, it's your first time here. It's the red light district, so you lead, and you know, you just kind of whatever your eye pulls you towards, you head in that direction. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really know what I'm looking for, you know. So I was like, all right. So we start walking, right? And of course, like right in front of you, there's just, if you guys don't know, there's it's kind of like window shopping, except the windows have a red light around it, and inside the red light, there's just these like 99% naked ladies who are just in really teeny tiny bikinis, right? And you know, they're looking at you, they're giving you the eye, they're like tapping on the glass, which is the funny shit Aris said in commentary. But yeah, what is n0pants says you actually do have to look for hot dogs, but I think Aris mentioned that because the blue lights are not that obvious. Yes, so the blue lights are also kind of red, so it's really distracting. You gotta pay attention, like, oh wait, shit, I think that might be blue, which is kind of like the real deal, you know. Like sometimes if you're just not paying attention to the color of the lights, you're looking like, oh, that looks like a, I'm not really sure. Maybe that's not a real thing, you know? Maybe that is. I don't know. So then we're walking down, and we get past like the first group of like, what do I call them? Working ladies, and Aris immediately says something that like makes me laugh. Okay, and I'm like, this is why Aris has been walking around the red light district for the last 4 days, because all he's been doing is walking past these windows and talking shit about these working ladies. So I'm like laughing my ass off because it's so funny, right? Because you can't be that. I mean, you got to be a real skeevy, pervy dude to like go in there and be like, all right, which one of you ladies wants to fuck? You know what I mean? like I think most people who go there are not like that. For most people, it's kind of like a weird Disneyland or something, you know? It's like, whoa, this Disneyland's funky, dude. Like, I ain't riding that ride, but, you know, fucking looks nice, you know? And I don't know if that's just because I'm from, you know, USA, California, but it's very awkward, right? It's super awkward. So basically, the way I would handle awkward and the way obviously Aris handles awkward is just we talk shit about it. So it's like, I don't know, it's like we just randomly, you say whatever comes to your head, like, you know, like is it just me, or does her head look like the vegetable that Peach pulls out in Smash Brothers? You know what I mean? Outcast, thank you very much for the 3 months in a row. You know, stuff like that. So anyways, they're like smiling at you.
Be honest, Rip, did you partake in the red light district?
I'm telling that story right now. You know, we were walking through it. So, you know, we're just like having a good time, right? Because, you know, in the red light district also is where all of the what do you call them? Coffee shops are too. Lots of coffee shops around the red light district, right? So everyone is either super stoned or not horny. Okay, so this is like, well, walk around and have a good look at things, you know? So we're walking up and down and we're talking all this shit, right? And somehow my eye catches this corner and we walk down the street. But then I realized like we need to make like a loop around it, right? So on the first pass, you know, Aris starts talking shit. I think what he said was, you know, kind of like how cars have too many miles on them. You know what I mean? He made one of those kind of jokes about this lady, and like we all laugh. right? We walk on down, walk around, and I'm like, oh shit, we gotta circle back. So we're circling around back, and I realize we're gonna walk past her again. And so I'm like keeping my shit together. And the thing is, like, I don't know how much they can hear through the glass, because like when they tap the glass, we can hear it on the other side, right? So I don't know how audio works. I think that's how that works. So I feel like they can hear us too, right? Anywho, we're walking past again, and none of us even talk shit about her, right? Aris was talking shit about something else. He was talking random shit about something else, and I remember laughing my ass off. Like, you know, it's one of those laughs where like you fucking arch your back and your head's tilted backwards and you're just like, you know, belly laughing, right? As we're walking around the same corner. And so that fucking, she like, I see her like get off her little stool thing, and she starts like walking towards the door, but it doesn't look like a friendly walk, right? It looks like she's walking with a purpose. So she comes storming out of this door, and she fucking kicks it open, you know? And she's like, 2 fat, 1 Chinese, 1 Habibi, like, fucking get the fuck out of here, you know, like talking all this shit, blah, blah, blah. We're like, what the fuck, you know, just happened? We weren't even talking about her. Oh my god, that was too good. And so that, I was like, Aris, you're gonna get us kicked out of here, dude. Like, you know, like Aris is gonna get banned from the red light district for not even talking shit about him. Oh my god. 1 Habibi, 1 Chinese, 2 fat. Oh my god. She wasn't talking about me as the fat one. It was so funny though, because we didn't, like, I didn't know, first of all, that any of them were gonna talk shit to us, you know? So like we were just laughing, like, oh, we weren't even talking about her, dude. Maybe she heard y'all talk shit the first time you went by, probably, right? So like, obviously she came out because she was pissed. But it was really funny. It was really funny because it's like, can you imagine if the whole thing became like that, where every time people are walking by, like they just start talking shit to you, you know? Yeah, that's exactly, Aris said that like right afterwards. Right after that happened, how do we respond? We're like, have a nice night, you know, like, see you later. Like, what do you want to do? You're not gonna be like, what bitch? You know, like, oh, fuck you right now, I got 50 bucks. You know what I mean? Like, what's the proper response to that? I have no idea. But yeah, Aris, we're walking through and I'm talking about like how he's gonna piss off all the prostitutes, and he's all like, you know, it's like prostitute morale in the red light district's at an all-time low. You know? It's like so stupid, man. But yeah, she was really funny. It was really funny. And then they that wasn't the end of our walk. We walked around and we laughed at that one, obviously, right, because of that situation. And so I was like, man, that one was, and I'm telling Eric, you know, that was pretty funny because you know, we got to make jokes about her, and then she came out and talked shit to us. And so Eric's like, dude, if you want a spot like that, I know exactly where to take you. Right? And so he starts leading us, I don't remember where it was, but he starts leading us to some like corner that's like off the main strip a little bit. So it's I don't know, it's just like, you can, like, most of the main strip stuff, like, imagine you're just on a canal and then there's just stores on the side of it, right? That's where the windows are. That's what the windows are. But then for this one, it was like, instead of being on the street even, it's like a side view, you know, but there's enough space that you can see it from the side. So like we go over there and it's really awkward because usually you're just on this really narrow sidewalk, and as you walk by, it's kind of like, oh, hello window, you know, and like that one's not looking at me, so she has no interest, but ooh, she's looking, she wants some, right? But then that's all it is, and you walk right on past them. But in this area, like, you just kind of like gotta survey the landscape. So there's like just 6 windows in front of you, and you're just in this group of like 6 dudes, and there's like another group of like 6 dudes over there, and another group of like whatever over there, and so everyone's just like looking in the windows. But it's like, it wasn't cool because you can't even talk shit about them because it's so obvious, you know, because you're just all this group staring at a bunch of them at once, and they're all looking pissed because, you know, they're the ones who aren't on the main strip, you know, they're like, they know what they are, and so they're just standing there like looking all pissed off. And so we're just standing there for a second, And then one of them opens the door and just starts yelling at us like what, you guys gay or something, you know? And then I'm like, not completely, you know? It's like, what do you say? And then she just starts like going in on us, and then some random dude just comes walking into her door, and she's like, see, that's the real man, blah blah. I'm like, get him, you know? Like, what do you want me to do? It's so weird, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. Exactly. Red light district morale was pretty freaking low. Oh man. Rip, you know the ones off the side are normally human tractor ones, right? You guys dodge the bullet. Look, I don't know anything. It's like, I don't know if you know, but I don't know anything about anything. So I was just walking around, you know, not partaking in the red lights or the blue lights or the purple lights, which are, I think, the blue lights, but they're very confusing sometimes. But yeah, and as n0pants says, it's better not knowing anything. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't understand how any of it works, but it definitely is weird. RUDY says red light district sounds like a scary place. It's, you know, the thing about it is, I only ever went there like after midnight, because I figured who would want to go to the red light district at like 4 p.m. That just seems wrong, right? So basically I would go there at midnight, and the streets are a bit quieter, but really, like most of Amsterdam when you walk around at night is very much like Bloodborne. Very, very much like Bloodborne. It's the architecture is super old. You know, you're walking like these like cobblestone roads sort of things, like little canals and shit. And then, you know, like people like creepy and looking stoned. They don't look like they're human right now. They're just like zoned out walking past you. You know, it's really creepy. Yarnum? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude, they totally marked n0pants. They're like, that guy looks like an accountant. Tapping the glass of that guy. Hey, accountant man. Without naming names, did anyone give anyone else at Amsterdam a dose of vitamin D? What? Did anyone give anyone else at Amsterdam a dose of vitamin D? I don't think so. I think your question needs to be clearer. Basically, did anyone get laid in the red light district? Not that I'm aware of. I was only there the one night. Yeah. I mean, outside the red light district, there was probably some vitamin D being swallowed? I don't know what the proper, you know, explanation of this is. Oh my god. Administered? Consumed? Delivered? Oh man, I'm bad at English. Dispensed? Oh my god. Whew. Oh man.